All right, fire away.
Hey, Adam, what happened with Bashaud Breeland last week, and how do you guys just move on from losing a guy that started 13 games for you?
Well, I'm not going to go into the details about exactly what happened with him. We made the decision to move on as an organization, and I think we are confident in Cam and Chris Boyd and those other guys that we can move forward and be productive, and those guys played well in the game the other night.
Coaches have talked a lot about Dantzler kind of growing and maturing a little bit as a person, as a young man. How have you seen him kind of go through the ups and downs of this year?
Yeah, he's really he's gone through a lot. You know, not only with just not playing some and through injuries and things. And I think he's grown up a lot, and he's done a nice job of just rolling with the punches and getting better each and every week with his technique and his fundamentals and things like that. And I think Carl has brought him along really well. So I've seen growth in him just about every week this season.
When it comes to Breeland, was it just not a fit with him? I mean, what didn't work there?
Again, there's some details that I'm going to leave unsaid. It was just the right move for us at the time.
And what do you like most about how Chris Boyd has matured and come along?
Chris has, he still has his ups and downs with, some bonehead things, but they're fewer and far between now. And he's probably our most competitive guy in that defensive backfield. He wants to compete, he wants to win, he wants to do his job better than anybody. And if he can stay focused on his job and his responsibility, I think he has a lot of talent, and we hopefully we can bring that out of him.
How tough was it losing Eric Kendricks, and how tough is it coaching linebackers on a play like that to avoid that kind of contact?
Well, it's definitely hard when you lose one of your best defensive players. It was surprising to me when it happened. That's the way the game's become now. So we've just got to do the best we can to try and avoid that contact, and it is what it is. Fortunately for us, we have a guy in Nick Vigil that is really reliable. He's a true pro, and he can step in there at any position that we have and be productive. And he really did a nice job in the game, pressured the quarterback, got his hand on a football. So I think he did a really nice job.
Just following up on that really quick, I know Coach Patterson talked yesterday and said that, even though it clearly was not intentional by Eric, he understood the flag, but the whole ejection thing just seemed kind of overreaction. I guess, did you receive an explanation from the refs on specifically the ejection?
We didn't receive an explanation. We were in the middle of a drive. I was trying to get Troy in the game and in the base and Nick in the sub, so we didn't really get a great explanation. Those are the rules. I know it gets reviewed in New York, whether that happens or not, so we just have to adapt and adjust, just like a player getting injured during a game.
You've been going against Matthew Stafford for so many years. I mean, what's it like facing him, and how is he different now with the Rams?
He is just as good as he's been his whole career. We played him, 7 years, twice a year, and he's number one. He's one of the toughest quarterbacks I think I've